Hey, good morning and welcome back, everybody. Today we're playing RimWorld, Miss Shy Games. We actually have quite a lot on our plate today. I'll just catch you up on what happened last week. So we were coming into spring. It's now spring. This is a permanent summer map. So even though it's permanent summer, we do get snow and winter and stuff for a very brief amount of time. But our summers are nuts. They're like 40, 50 degrees. So what we've got in place at the moment is woefully inefficient for keeping everybody and everything kept. So we'll be working on that today. We got the plants planted. We're starting to harvest them. It's September now. So we've basically got the 1st of September. So we've got 15 days to kind of like get these crops in. And we don't have a lot of rice or anything at the moment. We were hoping to get a lot of plants and hunt a lot of animals to keep food and stuff like that, because we ended up, we had a disaster where we got attacked, and this section here, our food storage, well, basically a lot of it started to disintegrate, which is not exactly desirable. We also lost a massive amount of our animals, particularly our hauling panthers. So we've got to train back up some new panthers. As you can see, I've only got like a few animals that are still here. I usually have a lot more, but we've got a couple. We're still training them. And let's see, we recruited 2 more prisoners last week, Bard and Orlean. Good morning, Grim. Welcome in. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are today. It's nice and cool here. A little too cool, if you ask me. Yeah, I think Bard and Orlean were the last 2. Orlean was actually, she raided our caravan on a trip, and I just didn't tolerate that. I liked her hair and I liked the name, and I think her bio was kind of okay. Like, the aesthetic isn't really my thing, where it's like forsaken physical comforts, but it's okay. Hopefully, you know, with animal skills and medical, she'll be a very valued member of our colony. Let's see. We brought Green up to ally. So that's the nation of Korriban. We got them all the way up to allies. So now we've got 4 allies, which is really good. And they're mostly all still high. I think West Atchway needs to have a trade done sometime soon, just kind of like buff it up, because they've been on 80 odd for a while, and they might just drop down soon. It'll still take a while for them to go back towards neutral or anything, but I mean, I'd rather kind of like trade with them because we desperately need steel. So last week, while I accidentally trapped some people in my buildings and showed you how terrible my forethought on building stuff is, to the point where I think it was after about half an hour, I realized I could just make a square to make triangles, and I completely just face palmed from it. And yeah, then I sat here and I'm like, why aren't they building? And it turned out, combination of 2 things is we are out of steel, massively out of steel. So there's a whole heap of things that need steel. And even though I think we had a bit of marble, we didn't have enough cut. So we've got like 400 marble chunks, but nobody's cutting anything. And we've got, you know, it's enabled. So I'm thinking what the problem is that whoever normally does the kind of like the cutting stuff, I get the feeling that perhaps they were busy reconstructing the base instead of actually sitting there doing the construction. So that's kind of like a failed overlap of skills, unfortunately. But we're over 30 people now, I think, with Orlean. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're researching Devilstrand. So we're almost halfway, which is kind of good. I don't have the deep drill yet. I'm looking forward to it because that's going to mean so much more of like just putting it on the spot and getting stuff. But what I'm looking at today is if I can finish Devilstrand, because I kind of want to have a couple of indoor greenhouses, because Devilstrand sells for a lot and has like good quality, like people want to buy it. I want to start researching smithing, and I want that for the purpose of getting the machining table, because that will allow me to start doing, I think it allows you to do, yeah, guns, ammunition, and break down the dead mechanoids. Sorry. I have so many goddamn dead mechanoids. I just need them gone. I need their steel is what I need. The only ironic thing, I need steel to make the machining tables. So either way, I need steel. But I think that follows down and through here somewhere. I might be blind. Whereabouts was the deep drill? I think it's right at the end, isn't it? It's pretty close to the end. Let's see. No. I tend to do better reading backwards, honestly, because my brain like just scans over it going, there it is. Yep. Oh, you can type in stuff? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, that's what this is. You know, I've been playing this for like probably 700 hours or minutes or whatever Steam tells me I've done, and I didn't know that this little bar down here existed. Hey, Triantha TV, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. I noticed that you were live earlier and I missed it. I woke up and it said you were live 4 hours ago, and I'm like, oh god, that's so early. Must be like a day off or something. Let's see. Oh, we're opening up the Ancient Danger today. So all the way up here, my people detected that this Ancient Danger is here. And as you can see, it's in the way of the construction of the fence and stuff. And I thought it might just be a good idea to just get rid of that. I actually kind of thought it would be fun if you guys like took a guess at what you think would be in it. Do you think it's going to be people? Do you think it's going to be the mechanoids? Do you think it'll be the bugs? Because they're the three things that I usually find inside of an Ancient Danger on my vanilla ass map. Yeah, streamed earlier. Might do another since you're off. You should. You should if you want to. If you got the time. I was watching it for quite a bit yesterday, and then at one point I had to like wander off and do something, and unfortunately I legitimately forgot that I left it running on my computer while I was like got stuck into house chores. I kind of like just got motivated and just did stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, I came back to my computer and it said you're finished. I'm like, oops. I probably shouldn't have walked away. Let's see, let's get this done. So floors. I'm also removing any of these little parts of floors I'm seeing on the map that were originally here, because they're resources. So you're guessing ancient bugs with ancient people in Cairo. Yeah, okay. So Grim's got bugs and potentially some peoples for us. Let's see. We have a lot to do today, so I'm gonna hit them up and get started. We actually have a trade caravan coming in. Oh yeah, I know. I saw that you announced that you got affiliate. Congratulations on that. Good job. I'll be looking forward to seeing like what you do with like channel points and all sorts of other features and stuff that should open up to you. That's actually one thing that I'm looking forward to eventually. That's one of the few things about affiliate that interests me is the basic assness of the channel points. It's not that like it's not that fancy, but I just want people to be able to like sit there and accumulate points and be able to harass me and stuff like that. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, I sent Seahorse down just before I saved last time because I knew I'd forget we had a trade coming in. So since I'm home, I don't care what she buys, but if they have steel, or we also need melee weapons like crazy, and I'm seeing they've got some. So let's see what we can do here. I don't need EMPs yet, or incendiaries. I desperately need to research fire foam poppers at some point, because I'm building a lot with wooden floors at the moment, and it only takes one pyromaniac to burn down the whole place. Let's see. I'm not going to be picky because we just need weapons. I can afford them, and they're not too ridiculous. Like that's pretty wild. I don't know about that, but if I've got the money, if I can afford it, any extra weapons will be good. I do not buy Doomsday rocket launchers. I do not trust my people one bit with highly explosive things such as, say, the cocktails, grenades, or these rockets, or even the lance ones. Like, I just don't trust them to be able to be, like, responsible little people and not kill each other. I could probably grab some new flak gear. but that's also pretty expensive, and I don't really have that. Yeah, so seahorse. So I have about 12 people in my base. Give me a second. Let me just throw this trade under the bus and get out of here. Let's see. What can I actually sell you that I have? Do I have these? I do have these. Oh, I don't want to sell my minigun. Let's see. I somehow got penoxycyllin. I'm keeping that. That's good expensive stuff for like preventing plague and sleeping sickness and stuff. So that'll be really good. I do have enough money for this, so I'm just going to take that. Okay, so seahorse. I have loaded in using Prepare Carefully. um, no, they don't hunt seahorses. That's actually just her name. So when I prepared carefully, I brought in 12 people from my previous games, and I I basically brought in these 12 ultra buffed up to help me get a colony off the ground running. Because what can happen, like you normally start with about 3, 1, or 5, and they're your options. I chose to come in with 12, and of course, when you get 12 people, there's not enough resources. They bitch carry on and fight, and so I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to buff them up and make sure that they've got enough skills and all that. So everybody in here has got pretty massive bio. It's starting to detract on the skills that they're not using, but yeah, Seahorse was the only she was the only person that I had come in originally on the map, my old map, that had like 20 social or something and 20 shooting, I think was hers. And it was just extremely rare to get a 20, let alone two 20s on one person come in. So I definitely kept her. But yeah, that's actually what her name is. And her profession is that she's a hunter in adulthood. Like, for instance, Weeks is a policewoman. But yeah, she's actually Ida. Um, yeah, no, I get that sometimes with them because like some of them have got really specific things about them, like chimpanzee. Like I always thought it was hilarious that chimpanzee came in and he was a wild human that I had to tame, and I'm like, you could have chose any name, and that's the name you chose for a wild human, you know. Um, and yeah, Grim, you love chaos, so you and rockets and everything. I understand that. I really do with you. Um, okay, so the other thing I was also making was I was making this kind of like greenery and a animal hospital, but what I ended up looking at was the fact that I kind of wanted to actually just throw it in on the ends, like diverting down so they actually get extra area. So even though I spent some time building this last week, I actually, well, I don't want to select all of that. I just want to cancel this area. I know it's counterproductive, but it's okay. This is why we build stuff. All right. So I'm going to let them continue building, making food, healing up, all the things for just now while I'm getting this stuff sorted out. Now this was like 27 across, I think. And I need lines because I'm terrible at figuring out how to keep something within its like space, you know? So I think it was 27. Yeah. And then I'll just take it from here. Yeah, 27. All right. So I actually want them to dip down here like this because I was looking at it afterwards and it occurred to me, I'm like, I'm just capping the amount of space that they've got for limited food already because all this brown area, they've eaten the grass and the trees and the shrubs and stuff. So it's not going to actually help them to survive. Plus, I'm also moving these areas soon. That's something I want to do today. So I won't have that in my way soon. All right. So I'll keep those two areas, and I'll end up making like a little gated channel for the animals to kind of like walk down in. I think that would be a good idea. Let's see. No, I want the center. Somebody got food poisoning. Not surprised. Who is not getting food poisoning on my map? Let's see. What was it? It was 27. I can't do maths. It's like 13 and probably 13, right? Oh, well, it got us close enough to be able to see where the center is. It's here. All right. So, if that's the case, structures, fence. Alright, so I just want a skinny little channel right here so the animals can just filter down, and fences. So I'm also trying to use slate, but I realized on the inner fence I probably should have just used wood because it would have been a lot more cost effective in the long run. But that'll do. That'll help. That, actually I probably won't need these, hey, because I want them to walk down in here. Alright. I figure it out as I go. There. That's what we want. Alright, let's quickly scoot over here and do the same thing. So I won't be able to make this all yet, but I'll be able to make some of it, at least. Let's see. It was like 14 in, actually, to be fair. Nope. I have not done this right. No, that's 27. Alright. I just can't figure stuff out. I did this, like, all last week. I was like, oh, I'll just put this line here. And it was, like, off by, like, 1 or by 2 the entire time. And I'm just, like, looking at it like, how am I failing so hard at this? Structures. Yep. Okay, so I'm deconstructing these at the moment because I want to turn them into slate, because slate is a lot less flammable. Somebody's inspired. Who's inspired? Driver. Oh, well, that's good. He's finally maybe finished. He's almost finished his alcohol withdrawals, so that's good. It's good he's getting some inspiration. Let's save that. Alright. So, okay. Let's see. So, yeah, we do need steel. I can't mine any steel on my map at the moment, but I do need slate and marble and stuff. So I kind of need chimpanzees asleep, but silverware should be awake. You know what? Instead of slaughtering something, how about you come and work at this? And I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I think even if they're a low level on crafting and stuff like that, they should still be able to do alright with this, right? Weapons, components, and refined resources. Or is it artistic? Global learning factor. Okay, so I think it's just the artistic one. So if I can find a couple people, chimpanzees awake now. So well, somebody's having a social fight. Guys. Alright, well, sorted itself out. Somebody will pick that guy up, I'm sure. Probably. Yeah, there we go. The panthers are on it. Alright, well, chimpanzee's awake now, so I better send him down and let silverware actually... I know she's silver war, but she's silverware to me. Send him down, and I will send your wife. Still working on keeping him with his wife, since, you know, he had that affair. But yeah, I think he's mostly sort of working away from it. He doesn't really like his wife that much, but he doesn't get a choice. He married her. He's got to work with her now. Alright, I'm going to also quickly set up to harvest. Harvest that. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, because if I ended up... I did want to enclose this kind of like little area, but there's a couple of other areas on the map. I think it's just going to be better for that. I'm not too worried. Let's see. I want to uninstall the pen. I just saw that. Don't do that. Tofu's inspired to tame. That's really good. It means that whatever he tries to tame in the next few days, he'll probably very likely get. Somebody's taken the wall down, I think. Yeah. Let's just... you know what? I know I've made them, but let's just uninstall and have them available for sale, because it's going to be a lot faster for me to just build them from scratch than try to make them move. Same with a lot of these. Yeah, so it's basically just unassigning all the wild animals to these beds that are not their beds, by the way. They're supposed to be the hospital wing beds, but, you know, these animals do like getting in and getting those beds. Now, what I was planning to do with these is, like, take them out sideways. But since almost everybody's healed except for Lenora, since she just had a punch-up, I think I'm going to try to take on the Ancient Danger now. I think that would be a good idea. In saying that, I don't think it's a good idea. It's just, this is a better time to do it. Alright, let's grab everybody. We also don't have the most amount of animals anymore since obviously like a whole heap of them died. But we do still have quite a lot of thrombos, and thrombos are quite formidable to deal with, so I'm hoping that they'll work. Alright, I think we've got everybody. It's like everybody. So I'll just let them run up here. When the shooting goes off, you'll see all the animals like run to the other side of the map. I'm just hoping that my fences stay mostly constructed where I need it to be. I'm trying to construct the outside fence first. I know they kind of messed up and put some inside, but I want the outside to go first so they've got a nice big area. Alright, almost everybody's up here. How hurt are you, Pansy? Oh yeah, that's right, you can't heal yourself. Alright, well, Pansy and Lenora can hang back. I also know that I didn't actually set some of you guys up for your weapons. Alright. Limmy, where is your gun? Give me a sec. Bio, shooting. Yeah, you should have a gun. Let's see, animals. Yeah, you'd be a hunter. You need a rifle. Alright, let me just make sure everybody's actually got weapons, because every single time one of these people has a punch up, they just straight up drop their weapon and, like, you know, forget about it. I sort of wish that you could kind of, like, not so much, like, bind them to it, but perhaps make it that, you know, they have a specific weapon that once it's in their inventory, they'll go and they'll pick it up and they'll, you know, carry it next time they get downed, you know. Or, you know, at least go and retrieve it if it's available. You're the pacifist, so yeah, you can head straight back in on your own, because you're not going to be help up there. I mean, he'd be good for recovery, but not much else. I'm definitely certain that there's a mod for that, Grim. I have so few mods on this thing. Actually, I was speaking to a couple of people on Reddit. They were talking about the similar problem they've got, where the game is either crashing or it takes like a long time to load up. I appreciate it. Definitely throw it in there, because even if I don't specifically get it, somebody else may want to use it, and knowing what it is would be really good. You're a weak melee person, but we have melee stuff now. So you can grab the little paw knife. Where am I? Here. Alright, you don't have anything. You're melee. Yeah, a lot of these people are gonna be just melee. You've got a gun, axe thing. You don't have something. Wait, did you have? Yeah, you did. Okay, Kazumi, what do you need? You need shooting. Alright, Kazumi, maybe this... I'm not even sure what kind of guns and stuff I have around my base for them, but anything at this point, anything at all, be better than nothing. Yeah, you've got a gun. Pansy's got one. You need a knife. Something. You? Let's see. You're shooting. Oh, yeah, you got a gun. Sometimes I don't see the gun down here, and like my brain just goes, oh, I'm seeing they do shooting or something. Do you ever wonder why I'm like sitting here like clearly looking and they've got something? And you're a weak shot, but you could probably take something. Take the pistol. Alright. So I'll just quickly send them all off. You guys kind of got to move around for just a little bit, or otherwise what's going to happen is they just won't stay like locked in. Pansy, what are you doing? Alright. But you should maybe move all the way up here with us. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get somebody, anybody, to open up that door. Like, there's no door, but I'm going to have to make a door. And then basically just send them up to deal with it. Alright, you guys can head back up. And when Lenora's done, I'll send her back up too. I'll know when she's got a gun in her hand. Alright. Don't any of you guys go crazy and start wandering off. They do that. Okay, we got something. Alright, we're nearly all back. Lenora will take a bit, but I'm not too worried. She's pretty injured. Now, whoever I send to dig is probably going to get hurt, so I don't know. Let's send Tofu. Tofu's kind of a dick. Yeah, deconstruct. See if you can deconstruct 2 tiles at once and see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know if you're actually going to do that task. No? Okay. stop for a sec and deconstruct it. Now you guys move up just a little closer. Everybody enable your animals. Tofu's on it. Okay, we need one more in. I don't know what's in here, so this will be very interesting. Alright, is this going to open it? It did. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we've got area revealed, and they are mechanoids. Let's see. New area has been revealed. It contains ancient hostile mechanoids. So was that your suggestion, Grim? Was mechanoids with potentially cryo caskets? Because if that was correct. I was actually getting worried that if I open this too much later down the track, that it may be more advanced than this. I don't know if this time capsules from the very start of the map and doesn't scale up, or if it just does scale up. But okay, Tofu, I'm gonna need you to get back in line. Everybody move up. I need you guys, I don't want you bunched up, but I do need you guys to kind of like bottleneck this. Oh, maybe send the animals back. They're so gonna kill a couple of the animals, aren't they? Yep, so did. I'm pretty sure I didn't save that as a raid, so let's see. Yeah, a couple of minutes ago. I hope this was not a lot earlier. I should have hit save before opening that, but I was pretty certain that it wasn't going to be too bad. So I was like, oh, I won't save it for once. Yeah, no, Lenora and stuff's just had their punch up. Alright, we can do this better by unfortunately having to reassign people their guns, but it's alright. So we can do that before sending them off this time. So you need that. Be a bit faster because I also know what they had. You lost your gun. What? No? Give me Shizuka back. Yeah, you don't have anything. Costa. Yeah, so this time round, after I've got everybody equipped, and once we've moved up, I'll be... Oh, you know what? Because I rolled it back, it may not even be still mechs, you know? Because sometimes it re-rolls what the danger is. So this will be interesting. McLean doesn't get anything. Yeah, so you're hoping for like 4 to 8 cryo and bugs when open cryo, chance for more bugs. Yep. No, I was kind of expecting perhaps bugs. I don't know. I normally open those things and it's such a drastic situation. I don't even usually like remember it most of the time. It's kind of like, oh shit, this is what it is. Gotta deal with it. I don't mind these little machine pistols. They actually got a good firing rate. Driver. Yeah, shooting. Let's get your pistol. Pretty much, if anybody's got really high shooting, they're probably somebody that hunts. And if they're hunting, I want them to have a better, like, you know, sniper rifle or something like that so that they can actually, you know, hunt the prey from a distance instead of like a handgun. You know, you're not exactly going and hunting a cougar with a pistol. And if you are, good luck to you, but I don't think you'll be coming back. Unless you're a bloody good shot. Let's see. Orlean? Yeah, you're shooting. One more gun. You can take this on. Okay, so everybody run off and do your thing. I think what it was is I had just made these and I saved. That happens. Alright, I obviously hadn't done this, so we've got to listen to them uninstall them all again. Let me hit save, fresh save, and then once they've got it, hurry up, guys. Yeah, almost everybody run over there and get stuff. Lenora should be the slowest. Oh yeah, awesome, thank you. Yeah, so if any of you guys want to know what the mod for adding, was it picking up and keeping a gun, you can definitely check out my Discord. Links will come up as I play, and yeah, it'll let you see what you sort of need for that. Everybody's got a gun. You could probably, I don't know, I think I've got links turned off in chat, but I think I whitelisted like clips now. I'm not 100% sure, so don't just try to spam out clips and hope for the best, because, you know, worst case scenario is you get a spam ban. That nearly happened yesterday. All right, everybody's moving up into position.